A Harvard professor believes a meteor that crashed off the coast of Australia nearly a decade ago may actually be an alien spacecraft.
Oh, wow. Astrophysicist Avi Loeb is planning a $2.2 million expedition to retrieve the mysterious object, and he's hoping it might help answer whether we're alone or not in the universe.
Joining us now is astrophysicist and Harvard professor himself, Avi Loeb. Good morning to you. What do you expect to find off Australia's northern coast?
Well, the meteor was discovered in 2014 by the US government, about 100 miles off the coast of Papua New Guinea. And the material of it is tougher than iron, based on the data. So the question is whether it's just an unusual rock or perhaps a spacecraft from another civilization. I was able to receive full funding for this expedition to Papua New Guinea, and we will scoop the ocean floor and figure out the composition of the object. I already promised the curator of the Museum of Modern Art in New York City that if we find any gadget, I'll put it on display there.
Oh, hang on, that's Australian property. We might have something to say about that. But at the time, US Space Command reported that it was just a meteor. Were they telling fibs? Because they've only recently come out and been more open about UFOs, haven't they?
Yes, they did. But in this case, it was US government sensors that detected an object that entered the atmosphere. They're monitoring the sky for any ballistic missiles for national security purposes. And they could just see a fireball and the speed by which the object moved. And that indicated that it came from outside the solar system. So they don't really know what it is, and that's what we plan to figure out.
So do you believe aliens exist?
Oh, definitely. We now know that most of the stars, like the sun, formed 5 billion years before the sun. So there was plenty of time for any civilization next to them, and there are tens of billions of them in the Milky Way galaxy alone. There was plenty of time for them to send probes that would reach us, even if they were propelled by chemical rockets. And out of cosmic modesty, we should assume that we are not the smartest kid in our cosmic neighborhood, and we can learn from them. The only way to find out, this is not a philosophical question, we just need to look up and down as well in the ocean floor.
What would an alien look like? Is there any movie you think has got close? Do they look like E.T. or anything like that?
You know, travel through interstellar space would be very difficult for biological creatures. We were designed to survive on a rock like the Earth by natural selection, but artificial intelligence systems could, in principle, navigate through space for a very long time, and they could survive the hazardous conditions of interstellar space. So the way I imagine it is some equipment that is far more advanced than what we possess, because they had more than a century to develop their science and technology. And, you know, we could learn from that. It would give us a sort of a sense of what our future might be like.
Okay.
Gee, okay. Well,
like a flying robot. Hey, when you arrive, we'll chat again. As you're out here.
I will be delighted to I'll be delighted to let you know what we find.
Good.
Yes,
Thank you.
and show us. That would be, you could just bring one in.
Yeah, would love that.